Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: New York Mets vs Miami Marlins, Boston Red Sox vs Detroit Tigers, Los Angeles Angels vs Texas Rangers, and Chicago Cubs vs Colorado Rockies, which are happening on Thursday, August 5, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Rich Hill has had an unceremonious start to his Mets career. In 10 innings, 2 starts, he has allowed 7 earned runs and 2 home runs. At least 73% of balls put in play were in the air as well. It doesn't get much better when taking in the entire season. Hill has 29 strikeouts in 43 road innings, compared to 67 in 62 and 1/3 innings at home. The 41-year-old has also allowed opposing hitters to slug .462 in his road starts. It is also interesting that Hill has his highest first pitch strike and one of his lowest rates of pitches thrown in the zone of his career. Jump on Hill early or wait him out. Trevor Rogers has transformed into an excellent pitcher, but the big difference is him executing on the mound. His 3.43 ERA is only 0.10 lower than his 2020 mark. His 2021 ERA is 2.42 compared to 6.11 in 2020. If there is one complaint about Rogers, it's similar to Hill. He's dependent on fly ball outs. Rogers has a sparkling 5.3% HRFB ratio, a stark contrast from 20.8% in 2020. Needless to say, there's some regression coming, especially with Rogers still walking 3.27 batter per 9 innings. Credit where it's due, the 23-year-old has improved. 1 year after having 2 of 3 pitches with negative value, he now has all 3 in the positive. My betting advice for that game is to pick over 8. The Boston Red Sox will finish up a 3-game series against the Detroit Tigers on Thursday afternoon at Comerica Park. This will be the rubber game after the Red Sox even things at 1 apiece with a 4-1 win on Wednesday as a -152 favorite. Boston is currently 0.5 games back in the AL East at 64-45, while Detroit holds down 3rd place in the AL Central at 52-57. Boston will be hoping to snap out of its slump when it wraps up its 3-game series at Detroit on Thursday afternoon. The Red Sox were on a 5-game losing streak heading into Wednesday night's contest. This story was published prior to that game. Detroit has been playing well since the All-Star break, but it is still multiple games under .500. Second baseman Jonathan Schoop has been the most consistent bat in the lineup, recording 115 hits at a .283 clip. Third baseman Jonathan Candelario has 101 hits, while left fielder Robbie Grossman has added 86 hits. They will be facing a Boston pitching staff that is number 14 with a team ERA of 4.20. Southpaw Tarik Skubal is in line to start for Detroit on Thursday afternoon. He allowed 4 runs on 7 hits across 5.2 innings against Baltimore in his last start. Skubal has given up 8 homers in his last 4 starts, which has caused his ERA to balloon to 5.16. Veteran Martin Perez will take the mound to close out the series after getting shelled by the Toronto Blue Jays last time out when he allowed 6 runs on 7 hits and 1 walk in just 4 innings of work while striking out 3. The 30-year-old has fallen off a bit lately, bringing his season numbers to a 7.7 record and 4.56 ERA in 21 starts. Rafael Devers is the leader of the potent Red Sox offense with a 0.931 OPS, 27 homers and 82 RBI. My betting advice for that game is to pick over 10. The Texas Rangers will host the Los Angeles Angels in the finale of a 4-game series on Thursday afternoon. The American League West continues heating up Thursday as the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim take another shot at the Texas Rangers in Arlington for the 4th and final game of the series. For Thursday's contest, the Angels will turn to right-hander Dylan Bundy to start, while the Rangers will have right-hander Spencer Howard on the mound for the start. The Rangers won the series opener 4-1 on Monday, and the Angels won 11-3 on Tuesday. Wednesday night's game was not yet complete at the time of this preview. The Angeles have won 6 of the first 10 head-to-head games this season. The pitching for Los Angeles has struggled overall this season, with the team ranking 25th with a 4.75 ERA. Scheduled to start on Thursday will be Dylan Bundy, who is 1-8 with a 6.66 ERA on the season. In 10 career appearances against the Rangers, Bundy is 5-2 with a 3.51 ERA and a 1.09 WHIP. Bundy has not made the kind of impact the Angels wanted from him this season, as he's posted a 1-8 record to go with a frightening 6.66 ERA over 15 starts and 19 appearances. He didn't start the season so bad, sporting a 4.20 in April, but he got far worse in May, where he put up an embarrassing 9.70 ERA over 5 starts. The problem is that, while he improved a bit in June and July, it hasn't been enough, as he hasn't recorded a win since June 7. 25-year-old right-hander Spencer Howard will make his Texas Rangers debut on Thursday after recently being acquired from the Philadelphia Phillies. In 11 games, including 7 starts with the Phillies this season, Howard is 0-2 with a 5.72 ERA on the season. My betting advice for that game is to pick over 9. The Chicago Cubs have been underwhelming this season with a 51-57 record this season. They are 4th in the NL Central and don't seem to be improving this season. They are struggling offensively and defensively this season, being bottom in the league in both. In their last game against the Rockies, they lost 6-13 in Coors Field. They will be sending Jake Arrieta to the mound to find a way to change that in this rematch. The Colorado Rockies have also been a little underwhelming this season. They have a 47-60 record this season, which is good for 4th in the NL West. Even though they have not been great, they have however been great at home this season. They have a 34-20 record at home and are most recently coming off a big win against the Cubs by the score of 13-6. Things started rocky for the Cubs Wednesday in Denver, Colorado, no pun intended. The Rockies jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first, as it was looking like another long night for David Ross and the Cubs. Chicago needed a clutch moment at the plate, and they got one in the 5th inning. Patrick Wisdom hit a 2-out bases clearing double with the bases juiced to take a 3-2 lead for the Cubbies. That hit would end being the game winner, as Chicago was able to even up the series in Denver. Alec Mills earned his 5th win of the season in the victory, as Manuel Rodriguez closed up shop with his first save of the season. The Rockies will be trusting German Marquez on the mound for this game to get another win against the Cubs. The night was heading in the right direction for the Rockies after putting up 2 runs in the first inning of Wednesday night's game. Brendan Rodgers doubled to deep center to score Tapia, which made it 1-0. Rodgers ended up scoring later in the inning on a Trevor Story ground out, and the rout seemed to be on again. However, 4 innings of scoreless baseball were suddenly interrupted by a Patrick Wisdom 2-out double that scored 3 Cubs in the top of the 5th. The score was then 3-2 Chicago, which would ultimately become the final score. The Rockies are 21 games out of 1st in the NL West and 14 games back of a wild card spot. My betting advice for that game is to pick over 11. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.